to you, not let that get to you, not get frustrated.
Just stay level grounded, because the more and more I feel that I get frustrated in myself, the more and more energy I feel like I lose, or the lack of focus that's going through the game, so I don't want to beat myself up just because guys are doubling me over the top, So I just me as a key player, I try to play my role and try to involve other guys like Taz, Tally, and or even Jay Lee. I want those guys to make the plays and hear their names called on the jumbotron. Because once that come in effect, then that's more consistent. That they will become and more relief that will come off me. That can open me up and make a lot of plays. But I know my time to come for me that I will have a game where I'll be a deep threat. But I'm gonna stay patient and just go from there.
That being said, how tough is that to do, though, especially when you get caught up in the emotion of a game?
It's real tough, because I know guys is leaning on me and guys is watching me to make that play on third down, or third and 10, third and 8, third or anything. They're leaning on me like I know T-Boy is going to come up with this first down for us to continue us to move the chance and keep the drive alive, But when things go wrong and it's not like that, and I'm not open all the time, it's like more pressure on me. Like I said, like me, I'm dependent on other guys while everybody's dependent on me. So I just want guys to not really look at an individual to make a play, just to trust the whole offense in terms of where you could throw it to anybody and they will come down with it.
Have there been points this year where you've gotten a little frustrated with the lack of space you're getting downfield?
For sure. Last year was probably the game that I got most frustrated on. They did a lot of man with a guy over top of me, so that was not nothing new that I have done, but it was just I needed more guys to help me make plays. I did what I could to make those great catches on the sidelines. I want to continue to make the drives alive, but all we need is just extra plays from guys. I mean, you seen Dartez and Charlie made huge plays in the game. He got what seven plays for over 20 yards. I got five. So he really stepped up in his part. So if we get either Charlie or Jay Lee to do that, then they won't be able to play the defense that they scheme me to do, even though we don't got James back there, because I feel like that's another huge reason why, that things haven't been flowing how they should be.
Do you feel like you and Nate have the sort of relationship or the kind of connection where, like, if rare instances when you find yourself in one-on-one, you can sort of turn it and say, hey, throw it out to me, I'll go get it?
Yeah, for sure. We were just talking about that today. We've been had that connection. Leaving out of camp. We felt comfortable with each other. But it's a lot shaky once you get in the game and you really see how the coverage really is. Because when you go against their coverage at practice, you don't get the real efficient look. In terms of when you see it in the game. So he don't want to be wrong and slip up and end up throwing a pick. I'm not saying that he played conservative or anything. But he just want to be on point, and that's what I want. So like I said, once things start to get more people start getting more involved, I feel that's when we're gonna open up and the country gonna see what I still am and what he can become.
You missed the last series at North Carolina game. How close are you to 100% now?
I'm pretty much 100% now. It was really not that bad. I just took a big hit, a corner across the middle when I laid there for a second for about 5 seconds. I hopped up. I busted my mouth a little bit, bit my tongue really bad, and my lip, and my chest was a little sore at the time. Once I was getting jammed around, it was just hurting my chest at the time. So I really didn't want to continue to play on it, and infect myself more for the next week. So I just wanted to keep myself together and just, like I said, trust all the other guys out there because I know I ain't the only guy that can go out there and score a touchdown.
You mentioned putting pressure on yourself, but do you feel like for you guys to beat a top 10 team, you're going to have a big game Saturday?
For sure. Like I said, I believe this could be the game where we can break out, because practice is looking real good. Like I said, a lot of guys are starting to get in tune. The receivers, Dantes is locked in. But and Charlie and Jay, we both is making great plays out there. I trust them now more than anything because of how big the game is and how Coach Cheney and Coach Sherm has been on them. Every time a ball's in the air and they don't get it, they're on their heels. Ever since week one. Now it's like they finally understand and now they're going up and making those plays. Like it's starting to relieve stress out of me. Like I'm feeling more ease about myself in terms of going out for this week.
Do you expect to be matched up against number 6 on Notre Dame a lot this weekend, or what do they do sort of in coverage? What is sort of expecting on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going against him because he played the field corner, and I usually go out to the field, but I don't think that they follow with a certain player to a player, So if I'm in the slot, he might not be linked up on me. So, but every time I get a chance to go up against him, I want to make sure the ball's coming my way. I want to let the world know that I'm still a great receiver, and the stats really ain't where they supposed to be, but I'm still a player that I have been, since the first couple of years.
I feel like you guys can bounce back from a big game that you just had Thursday night against an ACC foe that everybody was really hyped for, and now you take it into another big game against the top 5 team.
I just believe our team won't fold under pressure 2 times in a row. I believe that us, especially playing Notre Dame, when you see Notre Dame on your schedule, that's the only team you really want to beat for sure. Even if you beat 1-11, not saying we want to be that, but that's just the team that always it's just that proud about
Mm-hmm.
anybody around Pitt that always want to beat Notre Dame, and probably same up there, So that's our like arch nemesis, But we just gonna go out there and dominate and play our game, and hopefully come out with a win against a top 5 team.
I'm sorry. How hard did they recruit you?
They at a point they were recruiting me really hard. I stayed in contact with them a lot, but they were really pushing because a lot of receivers were trying to commit and come to them, but I wasn't trying to commit till like later after the season. So I guess once all they got their receivers and I still tried to hold contact, then they had already gave their scholarships out, So that's when I just stopped talking to them. But it wasn't that they didn't still want me or anything. Just they had enough receivers already committed.
Right.
Is Coach Murphy, you mentioned on the call this morning, Will Fuller, you see a guy that you sort of watch as a fellow receiver and pay attention to and take things from him at all?
For sure, one thing he do best, he takes the top off the coverage. He got blazing speed. He really ain't super. He ain't like a great route runner or nothing that our team haven't seen from me. But it's just that speed where I feel like he got that our defense really haven't seen yet this far. Like I said, he burnt a top corner against USC. I watched that game. Dory Jackson. He's a tough guy. So our team really gonna have to bring their A game against him.
Tyler, I'm sure you probably saw the Miami Duke play, with all the laterals.
Yeah.
Being a kick return guy, do you guys practice stuff like that at all ever, or would that just be something that if that ever happened, it'd just be whatever play you can make?
Yeah, that's probably a play that it's just like a backyard football play. That's like an automatic play. Guys are already taught and learned coming up, even in high school before college. That's just a game we play outside. Where you just keep laterally back to a player trying to score. So, but we really don't practice that on a regular basis. But if it came down to it in the game, coach would probably draw something up real quick for us, and we'll probably go out there and try to execute it.
You didn't return punts last week. Is that something that you wish you did more of? Are you okay with
Right now at this point, like I said, I'm trying to get more guys involved. I want to ease up a lot of pressure off me and build more confidence in other guys and making plays. It's not that I'm afraid to do punts or I'm taking too many hits or none of that. I just want to get more guys involved because AM return, the kick return for the Youngstown game, the first game. So I mean, I felt they could have still come from there till otherwise they still could have been switching me and him. But we just need more guys to be in tune in the game. We need to rely on a lot more guys than just me.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler.